Hello, everyone. Well, it's a sad, sad day. It's a sad day in America. And I'll tell you why in a few minutes. But for now, we must digest the news that Trump has been found guilty on all counts of a felony. And so, because because of the that he was found guilty of a felony, it may be that possible that he can't become president because he was found guilty of a felony. So now we have to find somebody to replace him because he's very likely headed toward jail. And I don't think becoming president will save him. There's no legal precedent for it because we never had a president before it was found guilty of a felony, or even one that was being tried for a crime. We've never had that before. And now that we have it, and he's been found guilty, he may be headed toward a jail cell. So how can he be headed toward the White House when he's in a jail cell? There's no accounting for it. There's no legal precedent for it, so we don't know what to do. And not that I don't feel bad for him, because obviously being found guilty of a felony is never a pleasant thing. But he hasn't been careful with his associates. He hasn't been careful who he keeps company with, and that's the main part of this scandal for him. He isn't being found guilty of having sex with a porn star. That's not what he's being found guilty of. What's being found guilty of is fooling the American public into thinking he's a great guy when he's not such a great guy. That's what they found him guilty of. Now, it may not be true. We weren't there, so we don't know. And porn star Stormy Daniels could have made up a really great story, and they could have worked together to pull him down. But why would they want to? Why would they want to pull him down unless there was ample evidence of what he had done to these people? So it looks like he's not going to become president, and maybe that's a good thing, because I just found out that he said that if he had been president during Biden's time in office, he would have bombed Moscow. And that if China attacked Taiwan, he would bomb China too. So he's not a peacemaker like we thought he was. He wants to make war, and he wants to make more war for no reason at all. No reason. Just feels like making war. And so he said that very flippantly at a conference dinner, where he was expected to speak, and he admitted that he would have bombed Moscow if he had been in office. If he had been in office, and he had seen Russia invade Ukraine, he said he would have bombed Moscow. So that shows what his mentality is. It's just war at any cost, war at any price. He doesn't really care. He doesn't care about Putin, and he doesn't care about any of his old chums in the Russia that he formerly knew. That were his former associates. He doesn't care about them. He's turning on everyone now. And now he's showing his true colors and showing that he's willing to bomb Iran. Bomb Iran. Yeah, I remember that old song, Bomb Iran. The original song is Barbara Ann. But it's hard to understand what they're saying in that song. Anyway, this is not a laughing matter. He is willing to make war He is willing to make war on all these countries, and he said that he wouldn't defend a country unless they paid him to defend them. But now he's changing his tune and saying that he would just bomb them automatically without even thinking about it, without negotiations, without other considerations. He would just bomb them. And so he's the tough guy, right? He's trying to be a tough guy and thinks his followers love that. And maybe they do, but he lost me. He lost me because I'm not voting for him now. I cannot vote for someone who wants to bomb Moscow when his old friend Vladimir Putin is there and he's going to bomb Moscow. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about Putin. He doesn't care about the Russian people. All he cares about, and he doesn't really care about Ukraine either, all he cares about is impressing his followers with what a tough guy he is. Such a tough guy. But he's going to embroil us in world war. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care. If he's made president, that's what he'll do first. He'll bomb Moscow. And all of us will have to pay the price. So I was looking for some alternatives because Biden is clearly not an alternative. And I found Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I like Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s stance. He tells it like it is. Like, for example, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said that America, the U.S., played a role in provoking Russia into making war on Ukraine. And Russia doesn't like the U.S.'s imperialist incursions into their territory, and they don't like having a NATO ally right on their border, so they made war on them. They did a preemptive strike, which isn't always the best thing to make a preemptive strike, but that's what they did. And everyone rejects that U.S. played a role in the war except for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's the only one who will tell it like it is, who's honest. And he also said that because of us giving arms to Ukraine, and because of the European powers giving Ukraine the green light to attack inside Russian territory, that because of all that we could be on the verge of a world war. And that's what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said. He said we could be on the verge of a world war, and that we needed to, reconsider our strategy because, we don't want a world war. We don't want a world war. We don't want war to come here to America. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is thinking strategically. He's thinking level-headedly. He's thinking calmly, like a real leader would think. And I appreciate that. Now, he may have his quirks, which I won't mention due to AI bots floating around in cyberspace. But, and that's all, I'm not making that up. That's already happened to me. But as far as that goes, I can forgive any quirks of a man who is intent on saving this country from a world war. And I'd do anything for a person like that. So I am giving my thumbs up to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. You can choose the candidate of your choosing. You're even free to choose Trump or Biden if you want to. But I'm going with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. because he really cares. He really cares, and he's really smart, and we shouldn't second guess him. So, you guys have a terrific weekend, and I'm sorry that I had to give up on Trump, but that's the way things go in the real world. You don't get away with just saying you would bomb Moscow without repercussions. Have repercussions in the form of, and let's face it, he isn't the most savory character. I mean, he's already been accused by several women of sexually assaulting them, including this Stormy Daniels, her story. I don't know why she chose to have sex with him anyway. Who knows? Who knows what she was thinking? Maybe she was afraid of him. Who knows? We don't know. But that's it. That's the story. Trump, accused of a felony, on his way to prison, and can't be president if he's on his way to prison. But who knows if he really will be on his way to prison, or if he'll get a lighter sentence. But I doubt he'll get a lighter sentence, considering that the judge got called the devil and Lucifer by Trump just shortly after the ruling and the fallout from the ruling. He gave a 33-minute speech where he called the judge Lucifer and the devil, and maintained his innocence and refused to back down. That's his business. My business is keeping this country safe from World War III, which could happen. It could happen, and it could happen to some very nice people that don't deserve to be in World War III. Just, they don't deserve it. The people of this nation do not deserve to be embroiled in World War III. They just don't. And so we must protect and defend our families and what's important to us from anyone who says they would bomb Moscow. We must protect and defend our families. And that's more important than the cult of personality. The cult of personality that's grown up around Donald Trump, and maybe not even of his choosing, maybe not even deliberately. He's just delighted that people love him so much. But he hasn't been true to his original mission, which was peace. You know how they say, blessed are the peacemakers? Well, Trump has not been much of a peacemaker. So he's out. So I'm going to vote for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And I would vote for him again, too, if he ever decided to run again after this. But I can't say that I believe that he'll win. I can't say that. But he's better than the two alternatives. The two alternatives, I can't even consider either one of them. Can't consider either one of them because both of them want war abroad, and they can't be considered. They're derelict in their duties, and they're out of consideration. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf signing off. You guys have a terrific week, and don't get too worked up about this, because it's just the way things are turning out.